are joined by Nicola Wyatt, the head of marketing and PR. And welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
Great. You just opened
It's
the show.
a manic day today.
Yeah.
There's loads of questions I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it's the 9th year. You're in the biggest building so far to date. How has it developed from year one to now?
Well, this is our 9th year. We're celebrating our 10th next year, the big one. But we've been at the racecourse in Brighton, then we moved on to the Hilton Metropole, and now we're here in Brighton Centre, which is the biggest exhibition centre in the south, I believe. And it's great because this is a building where we can have all of the artists in one space, whereas...
Massive building.
Yeah, usually our artists are kind of around different corridors. Like in Hilton, it was quite disjointed.
Okay.
But here, the best thing is that all of the artists are in one huge auditorium. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how that is received by the customers.
It's on for the whole bank holiday. Now, is there any names of guests that you can say who's speaking today? Because you do have speakers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have just under 300 artists coming from all around the world, all tattooing all weekend, and we also have other sort of attractions on the sideline, like we have seminars, we have a car show. For the seminars we have various people. There's some stuff that's quite industry focused. We have things like pinstriping masterclass for people that want to paint cars, if that's your thing. We also have a makeup artist doing a masterclasses, all these things that are kind of vaguely connected, but you know, so we're doing that. And then of course we have tattooing all weekend, and we have artists coming from Brazil, America, Australia.
While you're talking about the artists from abroad, can you just name a couple who are the top end of tattooing?
We've got Stu Pagden from Australia.
And he's flown in specifically for this?
Yes,
Great.
yeah. We've got so many artists. We've got really big UK artists as well coming. We have Big Mias from the States, who does great script. We have, gosh, my mind's gone blank.
Don't worry.
Just so many great people.
Well, I'm excited to meet and interview him for the show. Last question I'm going to ask you is, over the years, since you've started this, the tattoo convention, how do you reckon fashion, just anything, how it's influenced tattooing being more acceptable now than what it was 10 years ago?
Oh, it's a good question. It's huge. I've been in the tattoo industry for, 15 years. And it's amazing to see sort of how it's progressed, and especially in the last sort of 5 to 10 years. I think, it's such a mainstream thing now, and it's so widely accepted. When I first started getting tattooed, it was very much like a taboo.
Yeah.
And as a woman as well, I get much more attention, back then.
Yeah.
But since, the internet, and since we had like Miami Ink, everyone always talks about it, but it really did do a lot for how tattooing is perceived by a sort of mainstream audience. It's just grown huge. And then you have people like footballers, like we tattoo a lot of footballers at our studio.
So David Beckham's got his massive sleeve.
Yeah,
and then
Louis
there was
Malloy
a trend.
did that. So he... has done a lot, and now models are tattooed. We have so many, like especially male models. So yeah, it's definitely.
And I think
catwalks,
models, fashion. I feel it's influenced it as it's advertised it on a wider scale.
Yeah, certainly.
A majority of models, you see them with the neck tattoos, the arm tattoos.
Are you talking sort of male or?
Both male and female.
I suppose you've got that Rose. What's her name? That was in. I can't think now, but she was in.
Is it Orange is the New Black?
She was quite big. She's tattooed.
Yep.
It's totally different. But I'm really happy with where it's going, and I think with the internet and Instagram and everything's so much more available. So like the visual element, it's a visual art. So those kind of elements working in synergy has helped it become a sort of global movement.
Yeah, that's completely correct. And the tattoo artists. Do they specialise in all aspects of art?
So yeah, I mean, if I go through, there's a few sort of strong veins of tattoo styles. So you've kind of got black work, traditional, neo-traditional, script, and then there's this everything in between. And we have artists here doing everything. So basically, if you have a style of tattooing that you like, then you need to just do your research and find an artist that specialises in that. So that's the best piece of advice. In terms of actually the art, you know, it's such a long tradition of tattooing. People are influenced from everything these days, you know, from, you know, the old school tattoo flash.
Well, that's a great thing that you're talking about, because there's loads of different methods in tattooing. You've got hand poke tattoos.
Yeah, hand poke.
You've got the gun, which
we've got. Well, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. You have hand poke, or you have the tattoo machines, which is obviously. And
does the tattoo shop your one offer both?
No. Hand poking isn't that common. It's probably like about 10, not even say that, like 5% of people do that. It's traditional artists that are doing sort of traditional, maybe like pattern work or so, and they tend to do hand poke. Or there's Grace Neutral, who's a big artist. She does hand poke, but she's kind of an interesting mix. She's coming from a modern place, but she's doing hand poke tattoos, and she does all sorts of different styles, not just pattern work.
So it's down to their creativity and stuff.
Yeah, it all definitely depends on the artist.
Well, thank you for the interview. Before you go, would you be able to give out your social media sites, so Instagram, even Woody's details as well, for the tattoo shop as well, and we'll get them circulated? Yeah, sure. So for the convention, it's just at Brighton Tattoo Con. I think. Yep, that's the one I'm following. We have, and then that's our main social media, but we do have the Facebook, and we just search Facebook for Brighton Tattoo Convention. And then, if you're interested in my studio, it's Parliament Tattoo, and that's just at Parliament Tattoo. Not very adventurous with our handles. Get following Parliament Tattoo. Thanks very much, Nicola. Pleasure. And I hope you have a good bank holiday weekend. Enjoy the convention. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
But now I'm joined by Mickey from Tattoo Life Publishing Company. Hello. Hi, thank you for. How are you doing? I'm very good. How are you? Amazing. So you organized the London Tattoo Convention? Yes, it's 12 years. Oh gosh, so is it bigger than the Brighton one? I think so. It's more international, and we have last year we got 417 tattooers coming from all over the world. And this year is going to be even better than any past years. That's great. And now we can obviously see the magazine that you published. Do you want to just go through with us? Yes, since 17 years I'm publishing Tattoo Life magazine, Tattoo Energy magazine, but are the only international magazine translated in 5 languages, and we are all over the world, in all Europe, America, Canada, Australia, and so on. Then we started 12 years ago also another magazine called the Tattoo Collection. Then we have in Italy another magazine called Tattoo Italia. And in every country of Europe, actually in UK, in France, Spain, and Italy and Germany, we do the tattoo yearbook.
That is amazing. Now, I take it this isn't your first time to the Brighton Tattoo Convention. How do you feel about this year's, how it's changed, it's got bigger, it's now taking over the Brighton Centre? Do you feel it's getting bigger and bigger, the event, year by year?
Well, the new location I think is much better than the old one. It's a beautiful place. Woody is a very, very well-known organizer. The only thing I should feel to say that he would deserve much more visitors. Because from the quality of the tattooer, how he organized and everything, I was hoping that there were more people, because he deserved it compared to many other tattoo conventions.
Hopefully next year will be bigger, the 10th year anniversary.
And hopefully we'll see you at the London Tattoo Convention.
Yep, and that's in September, the London one. Absolutely. Yep.
23, 24 and 25 of September.
The 23rd, 24th and 25th of September in London for the London Tattoo Convention. Before we go, can you just please tell us your Instagram or Twitter or Facebook address so that the fans can follow you?
Absolutely. For Tattoo Life is Tattoo Life Magazine for Instagram and Facebook. And for the London Tattoo Convention is the London Tattoo Convention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
It's been an amazing pleasure.
Don't worry about me, just worry about you, don't worry about